The voice of our ride podcast. The voice of our ride podcast.
Welcome to the Voice of RI podcast show. It's your boy Michael Clark here in Rhode Island, and today I'm interviewing Malieke Young. He's also from Rhode Island. So
Yes.
Let's talk about you. Let's talk about you. Let's talk about what you do. You're an artist. You're a rapper. You're a father. So actually, I want to dig into where we actually went to New Jersey. How was that New Jersey trip?
First of all, I want to thank you for having me on the show. I feel very blessed to be here, very appreciative. Going to Jersey was very, it was new. It was new. It was my second time performing out of the state, to be honest. I had performed with J. Rem and Bars Over Bars in Connecticut. But that was like, going to Jersey was the fashion show, so there was a lot more people around. That was the largest crowd I performed in front of. That was real nice for me. To see the models go out there, and then I had performed Who Hurt You. That's on my project, Sometimes We Just Need a Hug. And I had mentioned models in the song, so I felt like if it was fluent with the flow of the show. And that experience was beautiful, man. I got love out there. They showed support. They showed love. They clapped their hands. I seen the people nodding their heads, you know what I'm saying, making some faces. And it was nice. I really enjoyed going to Jersey. Jersey was really nice.
You know what? Really nice. It was one of them things for me, like, you know what? Well, since I'm already getting booked, out of state, and it's actually no shade, but when I get booked out of state, people actually show up versus where it's here in our home state where they actually should be showing up. I get so many people that show up out of state in New York, New Jersey, DC, Boston, which I've hosted at too as well, and many other states that I've hosted from the West Coast as well. So we get so many people that actually come out and show support. And I kind of wish, let me minus the kinda, but I wish that more people will come out and support local artists, because at the end of the day, a lot of local artists that's out there pushing their music are not getting discovered. And this is a platform for all artists to get out there more. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like, I want you to get out there more because I know your work. I see your work. I've seen the videos. I've seen the music videos. I know what's going on behind the scenes. I see what's going on. And you do such a terrific job.
Thank you.
Thank you. I feel like it's not being seen. You know what I'm saying? Because it's underground music, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It's different levels, whatever the case may be. Levels. But at this point, like, where you're at with your music, you should already be blasted out there in our state, because you already put all that music out there already. You're not just some basic. You're not basic. I've seen basic and other artists out here, and it's no shade. Yeah. But when it's talent, that's here. There is talent. And you, my friend,
there's a lot of talent here.
You are talented.
I thank you. I appreciate you.
New Jersey was a big win.
It was.
For Malieke. Also for Buddha. Shout out to Buddha. Because Buddha is also a rap artist, but I had him try something different where I had him be the cameraman.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah, I had him try something different because I want people to try something different.
He got out of the shell.
Yeah, like something like, so for next time when I have my next event, when the contracts are almost done. When my next contract's in, I already know who to call. I already know that I already have you on my mind already. You're fine.
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go.
And that's how it is. But at the end of the day, like, I just want more artists out here to get more exposure, because you guys do work your asses off, and y'all are not getting the same exposure as other artists are getting in our community. You should already be getting the exposure that other artists are getting in our community, because it's not right. You have already put in that work. I've seen the music. I hear the lyrics. I understand. Like, you have put your foot in toe. I've seen the videos already. You shared with me in that group chat that I have.
That group chat.
New England United that I actually run. I have already seen that. We have already seen that. Caddy wants to work with you. There's a bunch of people that do want to work with you. I already seen it. So it's not just, they always handpick 1 through 5 fucking artists out of our state and don't want to work with the rest when the rest are actually good.
And you know what it is too is, you know, I have to, you know, I try not to blame as much, you know. Maybe my sound isn't just what some people want to hear, you know, and I have to come to an acceptance with that, you know what I mean? But like, I feel like I do put the work in, you know. This is my 9th, 10th year making music, you know, and I've gone hard since the first song I've made, you know what I mean? And I'm thankful, like I actually have a song that from the beginning that people still love, you know what I mean? Me Remedy. That song is still loved by people in their hearts and minds, you know what I mean? I appreciate that. And it's just about, maybe I need to grind more. You know, maybe I need to grind more. So what I've been doing, I've been posting 2-3 times a week, you know what I mean? Posting snippets of my old projects, my upcoming projects, just being in the people's faces, being on their news feeds, you know what I'm saying? Trying to get that like, trying to get that share. Like you said, you don't want to throw no shade on nobody, you know what I mean? Because the people that's getting the performances, they deserve these performances. You know, they put the work in, you know what I mean? And they've been doing this just as long as me, you know what I mean? And it's just about getting that opportunity and seizing that opportunity, you know. And whenever I get the opportunity, like right now for this interview, you know, I'm here, you know. I feel as though I seize, you know, and yeah, I do put a lot of work in. There's a lot of artists that put a lot of work in that's in the same boat as me, you know. And all I can say is keep grinding. Keep grinding. You're gonna get that. All you need is that one air.
That's
you know,
it.
that one air that's gonna. Cause you know what it is. People they're not afraid, but it's you be a fan first, and let me see you love this person like you love an industry rapper. And then if, okay, it's cool to do that, then okay, I can follow suit with that too. So once you get that person, that air that's not afraid to be a voice for you, then you get traction, you know, you get a better following, you know. So it's just about catching that air, and that may that air have a spirit to speak on you and big you up and show their cousins and their partner and they
Amen.
Yeah, you know. So
No, because you know, as I'm thinking back, as we're sitting here talking, you know, when there was like all them people in front of us, that's a lot. That was a lot. That was a large crowd.
It was
in Elizabeth, New Jersey, and
they were focused. You know, they were there. They weren't just there to be there. They were there to see the show. You know what I'm saying? They were there to see the performances. They was in tune. You know, that was beautiful of them. I really appreciated that support. And then actually with that, I actually got some contacts with the models. I was I ended up following some of the models, talked to them and everything like that. And I mean, I don't doubt if I can go to Jersey, I can probably have a model be in the video. You know, she can bless my videos for me. That's something that I'm working on right now too. You know, I got 20 plus videos on YouTube right now. You know what I mean? And 2 of them I have females in. You know, one of them my best friend. Shout out Fizzle for being in my video, and then shout out Jasmine for being in the video as well. She was in Jasmine was in Queen, Fizzle was in Me Remedy, and you know, it was nice to have that other part so I can show what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? So yeah. Any beauty that wants to be a part of my work, let's do this. You know what I mean? Let's make some art. Let's make some art, and yeah, that's what I'm working on right now, trying to get the other part to complete my vision. Right. To complete my vision. Cause I got the videos.
You know, when I called you up, I said, yo, let's go to New Jersey. I called up you and G Honey and Buddha, and I was like, you know, I kept these guys in mind because at the end of the day, when I'm scrolling through Facebook, there's a lot of videos that do come up. Yours was one. Buddha, I already work with Buddha. I took Buddha to Brockton, Massachusetts. I have,
excuse me.
I know G Honey since she was.
I went to high school with G Honey.
Yeah, I know since she was a little girl. Mm-hmm. So I was like, you know, let me take
always a personality.
Let me take some of the Rhode Island natives to what I do and where I'm at. Because I could have been a selfish person, but I'm not. I don't gatekeep. I just want to make sure that everybody gets that same opportunity. But I also wanted to make sure that other artists tap into different things. Like I already had Buddha on for the last time rapping in Brockton, so I switched it up a little bit. And I had G rap, and I had G Honey model, and I had Buddha be the cameraman. So see how that switches up. I switch it. I don't tell people how I'm doing things. I just do it because that's how it works.
Yeah.
Because I want people to get the experience for everything. And
Absolutely.
the more talented you are in different categories, the more opportunities that's going to open up for you and everyone else.
Yep.
You know, and I feel, well, not that I feel like, but I already know that I can do just about many things, from emceeing to fashion shows. I'm a wardrobe fashion stylist. I am a blogger. I have my own podcast.
Yep.
I Vogue in different states since I was 17 years old. I've done so many things, but that gave me an idea to also shift from what I've already experienced to other people. Like, okay, well, shit, I already tried all these different things.
Yeah.
Let me try to toss on some of this stuff to other artists, and I say, because I feel like other artists are not getting the proper exposure that they should be getting, and many of you are very talented in so many ways. And I'm just like, why is this not blowing up? Why is this not going that way? But you know, it takes more than social media to actually get blown up.
Yeah.
It takes for you to perform at Passions. Sorry, I'm gonna overtalk.
No, you're good.
But it takes more. So I mean, Passions is the place where a lot of the artists go out for Miss Rhodey's events to go out and perform their actual songs. You know, things like that. If you go out and perform, you know, get your music out there, that's fine. But, you know, my brother, who's actually going to be on WBRU, G Slaughter, shout out to G Slaughter, my biological brother, who's going to be on WBRU doing an interview and things like that, got his music out. He got almost 500,000 streams. You know,
That's beautiful.
He did that from home.
That's beautiful.
But, you know, now I'm trying to drag him out and get him out there and go on WBIU and other places and things like that. And I want to also do the same for other artists in our state, because I feel like you guys are not getting the proper exposure, because there's other artists. It's no shade. It's never shade. But it's the reality.
They elite for a reason.
Yeah.
They are elite for a reason.
You gotta get out of state and do what you have to do, because here they're not gonna give you they're not gonna give what needs to be gave here in our state. Because I've been out I've been out at so many sold out fashion shows over the years that I could not believe that when I'm actually at home that they're not supporting local designers. I go to Brooklyn, Elizabeth, New Jersey, and Newark, and things like that, and you get a whole sold out show. Everyone of color, no shade, come out and support local designers in their states. Why is that such a difficult? Why is it so difficult in our state for folks to come out? Like, there's so many haters.
I'm gonna be completely honest. I fall victim to that too, to where I'm not at a lot of shows, to be honest with you. And it's not that I don't want to be, you know, but it's like life happens a lot, like all the time. Life happens, and there was a show last night. I forget the name of it, but Chronic E performed. Trav was there. There was a lot of artists there, and I wanted to go, but I got to watch my son. You know what I'm saying? Like life is happening. I can't be there. You know what I mean? So like I fall victim to that too, to where people can say, "Oh, you're asking for support and you're not giving support," and it's like I hear that. You know what I mean? But like where my support lies is where if I see something on the internet, I'm watching it, I'm listening to it, and I'm sharing it. You know what I'm saying? I have no problem doing that. That's where my support comes in. If you're dropping music, Malieke Young hears it for sure. You know what I'm saying? And I give you credit, like, oh no, oh boy, nice. He can spit. I think Rhode Island has like major talent. I think we could be our own industry. I think we are like really, really talented in Rhode Island.
Absolutely.
You know, even speaking in my music group, King Gala, you know, we separated, but you know, with us, we was very talented. Me and my brother, my friend Dennis, and my friend Devontae, we was very talented as a group and individually. You know, I brought the love, Dennis brought the struggle, Devontae brought life, and my brother is just the GOAT. He just does whatever he wants to do, and he's just that good.
That's it.
You know, and like right now, it's It's just me and Gray still rocking with each other on the music level. You know what I mean? It's King Gala with a whole lot of yada yada. Shout out Gray. He's the person that's actually doing my videos right now. So at first when I started doing my videos, it would be me and the Ghost, and we did Bew together, we did Gleam On, we did Enter Special Life, we did Pieces Trust, we did some really good videos together, and then no falling out or nothing, but it was just like I got to figure out a way how I can get more production out of this. So me and Gray, we off the phone with it now. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I got over 20 videos on YouTube now, to where whenever we get free time, that's what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're talking about whenever we're talking, is how can we better our futures, and how can we get better in our music? How can we better ourselves? You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Gray for really being there for me and sticking around, and, you know, really being that guy for me. Because without him, it'll be very difficult. It'll be very difficult. So shout out my guy right now. You know what I mean? He's watching his godson
Yeah, he's
right
watching
now.
us now. Yeah, Devontae, right?
Yeah, Devontae.
Devontae, yeah. I met Devontae at a I met Devontae at an after party.
I remember that phone call.
At the after party, I was like, okay, I like his energy. You know, I'm very spiritual. I'm extremely spiritual, and I always go off the auras and the energy of people. And you guys both have good energy.
Gray's peace. I'm love. Gray is very
good.
Peaceful. He's a very good dude. He makes dope music too. That's another dude that like he's really, he's a vibe. He's an entire vibe. Like the word vibe is Devontae Gray.
Vibe.
He's a vibe. He's a mood. You know what I'm saying? He going, and then that's the thing about it. He gets you trapped in that vibe, and then he can rap. Like, and then then he can just rap. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like, oh, he does that too. So he can give you a party vibe. Then he can just straight rap, and then all of it, he's giving you life. And all of it, that's what he brings. He brings life.
Is he a Virgo or a Libra? Is he Capricorn?
No, when's his birthday? His birthday's in June.
Oh, he must be a Gemini.
Yeah, June.
Has to be Gemini.
Hold on, I just lied. It's June 27th or May 27th. I get it confused.
I think he may be a Gemini, but I could be wrong. But it sounds like he might be a Gemini, because Geminis, they switch up. They have two different sides of them. So that's how Geminis roll. Geminis,
he's a talent.
Geminis,
sure.
You just never know with them. The Geminis, they just switch up.
I actually we recorded and mixed and mastered one of my projects that I dropped this year too. My project Embody. That was at his studio. He got his own home studio. So,
oh wow!
Yeah, that's where we recorded that joint, and that came out really good. That's one of my favorite projects, to be honest with you. But then again, every project is my favorite project.
Right.
You know.
Right. You know, I want to dig a little bit deeper, because I want people to know more about the history. You know that I was your little brother's mentor since I was in my younger years. I'm 33 now, but you know Devontae.
Yes, sir.
Devontae. Now I was his mentor for many years, and I had taught him so much to this day. I just seen him like about 5 or 6 months ago, whatever.
Yeah.
But I try to teach him so much, and I try to teach other people in my community, the LGBTQIA plus community, and how things are run here, and you know how easily it is to be sucked into mess. So I try to give them the information they need to make sure that they don't actually get sucked into the mess that I actually seen other people from my community get stuck, other black, gay people from my community get sucked into, because it's easy to get intertwined into that. So I was always that mentor to him and to Michael Poner, and to various other people, also Jose.
I know Poner.
Yeah, so I'm still a mentor to Michael Poner to this day. Now I just talked to him yesterday, and try to always, you know, keep them up and keep their spirits up and make sure that they're on the right path. And, you know, ultimately it's not up to me. It's their decision. I can always tell somebody what to do, but ultimately it's not up to me. It's their own decision of what they want to do with their life and what path they want to, whatever path they choose to go down. You know what I'm saying? So that was me for many years. So that's how I knew your younger brother, because I was always on him, like since the public street days. You know, I go back to Marlboro days, since that's the street I grew up on since I was a kid. You know, I family came from Chad and, you know, Georgia, et cetera, et cetera. But I was always a mentor to your younger brother, and I just seen him like 5 or 6 months ago, and you know, he's a very good friend of. He's not even a friend. He's like family. Keita and him, his mother, they're all family to me. All family. Even we go back as far as to Woonsocket too. Even before Woonsocket, when his mother used to live at, we had experienced so much in life, and I always try to be the light and to guidance to not just him, but to many other people in my community, to make sure that they're actually doing right, because right now it's a lot going on, but you know, all I can do is just pray and also continue to guide not just him but other people from my side of the community to make sure that they're actually on the right path, because right now it's very difficult with many things. I don't want to get too far into it, but with many things, it has been very many things, and you know, he mentioned you to me before I have known you. Before I've known you, he already mentioned, he spoke highly of you. Yeah. Before. He said, this is my brother, da-da-da. He's a rapper, da-da-da-da. All right, well, let me just add Malieke right now. Let me see what he raps about. Let me get into his music. And then Malike's music's really, really good. Like that's what I'm saying. I just get so frustrated because there should be more people out here that actually get that exposure. And I understand that you have a son. Yeah. And it's hard. It's even more so harder because you have a son. It's hard because you got to find a babysitter. You got to figure out how is this day going to work.
Yeah, I don't even believe in babysitters, so that's me watching them. That's me watching them. I don't even believe in babysitters. That's me watching them.
That's it.
Unless I really need it, but yeah, no, that's going to be me watching them for sure. Yeah, I believe in because you know I take it personal when I watch my son. You know what I mean? I take it very personal. It's like I can tell be treated like that, so my son ain't gonna be treated that way. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But yeah. Like with the music, it's like, you know, I like I said, it's my 9th, 10th year, and I'm in the room one day and I'm thinking like, what am I doing this for? You know what I'm saying? Like, why am I, like I love expressing. I love being able to express the way I would like to express, say the words I want to say, and I was like, you know, I have no goals in this. I have no goals. So I sat for like a week and I was just thinking of like, you know, what's a goal that I want to accomplish in music? What's something that I want to do? And like I'm real big on features.
Right.
I'm real big on features. Like that's another area where I got to get more comfortable with. But I figured out why. You know, one of my goals is I wanted to drop a project every month for a year. Right. And I chose this year to do that, and I'm almost there. But that's the reason why I don't do a lot of features, because I need that. And then a lot of times my opening verse is like an introduction, and then my second verse, now I know where I'm going with it. So I need the second verse so I can complete the song. So now the song makes sense. Right. Because that's the way I write. I'm not just trying to say cool things or say things to get people's attention. I'm trying to say things that I really feel, that I really believe in, that I really want. You know what I mean? Things that I need. My music is me, is my higher self talking to me how to get there. You know what I mean? Just to be a better person, to treat my child's mom better, to treat myself better, to treat my friends better, treat my family better. You know, to just be more love, to just be a great person. And then, you know, with that, I believe in myself. I believe in my son that if I'm showing him how to lead, that he'll follow them footsteps too. Amen. And be a great person and treat people well. You know, because that's one thing. People treat people how they want to be treated. That's right. That's wrong. You're supposed to. I'm not supposed to treat you the way I want to be treated, because you're not me. You don't have the same needs. You're supposed to treat people how they want to be treated, and that is how you treat people. You know what I mean? Because now now that's how you know if you really want to do something for somebody, because you don't want to do it, but you know that's how they want to be treated. So that's love. To me, that's love. You know, that's a very deep love. To say I don't really like this, but I know they like it, so that's what I'm gonna do for them. You know, right. And that's love right there. That's that's what I work on with myself, you know. Because every little things make me mad. So I'm not saying I'm throwing myself out in stressful situations to just try to deal with it. But when it comes, it's to a point where I'm aware now. You know what I'm saying? I'm paying attention and I'm aware, and I can feel it and I can see it like, oh, this is, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
Yesterday I got mad at it. Let's work on it today. Let's feel it for the 15 seconds that we're gonna feel it. Let's understand it and let's breathe and let's get a new thought and move on. You know what I mean? Because that's one thing that's very big on me. That's what I talk about in my music a lot too. My anger. My anger is very, very big on me. And you know, I used to think it was a power, and it is, but it's a powerful weakness when you're using it in the wrong context. You know, when anger turns into aggression, that's when you're wrong.
Right.
You know, but when anger is just an emotion, just as any other emotion, because anger is always a smokescreen. You know,
Right.
so when I get mad at something, it's like, okay, I break it down. It's like, what am I mad about though? Like, why do I actually feel this way? Oh, I feel betrayed. I feel disappointed. So I'm actually sad, but I don't want feeling sad, so I get angry. But once you can go through those emotions and get down to the base of it, and really just holding yourself accountability, you know, you can move on.
So you release it all in your music, basically.
Yeah, I really do try. I try to give a lot of that. I'm in love with the beauty. I love the smile. I love the teeth. I love the eyes.
You're always happy.
You know what I'm saying?
You are always smiling, always happy.
I love it.
I've seen that on social media and in person. You're a very happy person.
I try to be as much as I can.
But my next question to you, what were the struggles? Like, what was the struggles? Like, how did you manage to do all of this, like having a son and like doing music? Because I know it's very difficult with having a child and like struggling and like trying to do what you have to do.
Yeah.
And that's a big question, you know, because I'm pretty sure that a lot of dads out there in America and all across the country can possibly relate to what you've gone through, because I know that you have a child now and you got the music and you work and da-da-da-da-da. So, like, how was those struggles?
So, fatherhood.
Fatherhood, basically, yeah.
First of all, fatherhood is a blessing. That's the best. That's the best hood that I could ever represent is fatherhood. I love being a father, and I love being a father to my son, Cal.
I seen the video of you of your son and your mother. I don't know if it was in the kitchen or the dining room, but it was so adorable.
Oh yeah, when my mom first met him.
Yeah, I was already going through a situation. I was kind of depressed, and
that was nice. I was very happy she got to meet him.
I was going through a situation,
and then my father just met him too.
Yes, yeah, I was going through a situation at the time, but when I seen your son just smiling, your mother was there, when I tell you, like, stuff like that, that really brightens my day, because I have to deal with a lot on a day-to-day basis, and I'm not like super public with everything, but when I seen videos like your son and stuff meeting your mother, that right there alone, that kind of stuff brings joy to me, because I'm like, you know what?
Absolutely.
That made me so happy, because I love seeing stuff like that. And, I mean, a lot, and not a lot, but many people out there don't have that type of, many people out there don't have fathers in their lives, versus where you want to be involved with your son's life. And I know that you are. 24/7. You said, "Can I bring my son on the podcast?" I was like, "Well, listen, I have a spare room in the back with the engineer."
I would love for him to come on camera and get some candy cane. That would be nice. Maybe before we finish, he can come.
But I would love that. You know, I would definitely love that. But you know,
fatherhood. It was like. I actually I made a very tough decision. Well, actually very easy.
Right.
But when my son was born, I was working at VP&E. It's like a valet place downtown. And I was there for like over a year. And I was putting in major hours for them, like 50, 60 hours for them. Like, you know what I'm saying? No problem. Because I was going through something in life too. We could talk about that a little later. But so I'm putting in the hours for them, and he knew about my child's mom being pregnant and about my son being born, and my son came 9/11. He came out 9/11.
He's a Virgo. Like me, I'm a Virgo. Okay.
He came a year after my auntie Libra passed away. So that was a true blessing, you know. So for Thank you. So for the world, 9/11 is what it is, and then for my family, 9/11 is what it is. And now, now KB done switched the whole dynamic.
Yeah, now.
Yeah. So I'm in the hospital, and my boss calls me, and he's like, "Yeah, Malik, you're not here." And I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry." I'm like, "Yeah, I texted you a little late." I'm like, "But my son was born last night." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the hospital." And he's like, "Yeah, so when you gonna come in?" And I'm like, "What do you mean when am I coming in? I just told you my son was born 7 hours ago. I'm not." He's like, "Yeah, but we kind of need you to come in." I looked at him. I looked at my child's mom. I looked at Cal. I looked at him again, and I just hung that phone up. I said, "Yo, we ain't gonna do this." I didn't work for like 3 months. I was like, "I'm not putting that over my son. That's crazy."
Right, that is crazy.
He was
That's
just
insane.
born. I'm like, "How
That's
dare
insane.
you not give me that time to be with my son?"
Right.
I'm like, I don't need that. I left that job. 3 months later, I found a better job. I was at that job for a little bit, and I found a better job where I'm at right now at Sweet Green. I love that job. My coworkers love me. My customers love me. You know what I'm saying? It's fun over there, and I make sure people leave with a smile. You best believe that. I make sure people leave with a smile. I love that.
I can tell you have good hospitality.
I love that job. Yeah, no, I do
you
my
have
thing.
good hospitality.
Because
you're a happy soul, you're a happy spirit. You have a good spirit. You have a good, not even just a good spirit, but you have a good aura about you. Like you come off smiling, happy all the time. Since I've known you, since we went to New Jersey and stuff like that, since I've seen your videos, you're always a happy person.
And trust me, it's been a long time. When I was younger, because music wasn't always my thing.
Right.
Like I didn't think of
So
music.
what was the alternative before music? Was it
I was a
dancing?
basketball player.
A basketball player. Okay.
Yeah, I was a big hooper. I was the type where I was 15, 16. I'm at the basketball court 6 a.m. making sure I make 250 before I leave. I'm not shooting 250. I'm making 250. I'm getting my own rebounds. You know what I'm saying? I'm aggravated throwing the ball at the wall, kicking the ball, but I'm making sure I get that 250.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm in the weight room. I was the kid that was grinding. That was, I'm hanging out with my friends and just, "Yo, you just want to come work out?" "Nah, I ain't working out." "You sure?" "Yeah, I'll be back." 2 hours later, come back. They're doing the same old thing. I ain't miss nothing. So that's one thing I will say. Go get better. Go get better. You are never missing anything besides a few laughs. And you can miss a few laughs to get better.
Right.
Go get better.
No, because you stay focused on basketball now. It reversed over to music.
I can tell you how I made that decision.
And how did you make that? How did you?
It's funny.
Make that decision, especially from basketball, because basketball and music are in two entirely different lanes right now. So what?
But then again, if you think about it, basketball players want to be rappers, and rappers want to be basketball players. So we're kind of the same people. But what it was that respect. Shout out to my pops. Respect to my pops and my uncle. They actually made music. Like they was like going hard. They was selling CDs. They were doing tours. They was really going hard. When I was like 5, like they had the studio in a closet type. You know what I'm saying? I remember my dad taking me to the studio and being fascinated as what an ad-lib was. I didn't know what an ad-lib was. I'm like, "Yo, how are you talking?" And then you're talking in the background. And then he explained it to me, and I'm like, "Oh, I love ad-libs." So like music was always in my background. He helped me with my first song. When I was 10, I made my first song. We took me to the studio, we recorded it, all that. But like I was more basketball. Music was just like it was cool that he did it, so I loved it too. You know what I'm saying? But it was basketball, and I didn't stop rapping until I was 19, 20.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, I was like 19, 20 when I first started rapping, and I was at CCRI, so I'm like really in my basketball mode. And one of my girlfriends. My ex-girlfriends, she was like, because I was good at poetry. Right. She was like, "Yo, you should rap." And I'm like, "I ain't no rapper. I'm going to the NBA." I'm like, what are you talking about? A rapper? I'm going to the league. Right. She's like, "Yo, you should try to rap." I'm like, you know what? I'll do it. I'll make you a song. So that's how the love started. So I was like, I'll make her a song. So when I made it, I was like, okay, I like this. This is fun. And I started making more music, and that's when I lived on Harriet Street on the South, where Bobo lived across the street from me, and Auntie Reagan and Q, R.I.P. to Q, they lived in the basement. Q was actually who started my music career. R.I.P. to Q.
Wow.
Yeah, when I would go in the basement every day, and I kid you not, there's no exaggeration. Every day I went in that basement, Q was working on a beat, to the point where it's like, yeah, come make a beat. You want to make a beat? I was like, all right, let me try to make a beat, man.
Right.
And then I said, nah, I suck at beats. So he was like, well, then rap. And I was like, you know what? People have already been telling me to rap. So then that's why I started really going, and I recorded a song at his cousin Flames, shout out Flames, at his home studio. And then I started staying up until 7 in the morning, just writing. Breaking night every night, being excited to fall asleep at 7, to wake up at noon, to rap the entire day. Like, it was fun. When I first started making music, it was like it was mind-blowing. And then that's when I went to Devontae, and I was like, yo, I don't want to do this alone. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully, I want to be on stage alone, but I want to be like TDE. You know what I'm saying? We're not the Migos, we're TDE, where we have our own entities, you know what I'm saying? But when we come together, we're a group, and we, you know what I'm saying? So we came up with the name King Gala. And I got it tattooed on me, you know what I'm saying? Because it took it that serious. Yep. And I started really falling in love with it. That's when I got Dennis. And then my brother was the last one of the Avengers, because he didn't know we was taking it serious until he seen us every day breaking night. And he was like, oh, you are serious? And we're like, yeah, bro, you're the last piece, bro. And that's when he came along. And I remember being in the gym one day, and my knees started hurting. Like, basketball started
on my knees,
my
hips. I got fucking sciatic nerve in my hips and my legs.
The tendonitis started kicking in viciously.
It's bad. But I have two questions. I'm gonna insert both questions into one question. Yeah. So, one question is, how long did it take for you to actually create a track? And two, when is do you have an album coming out soon, or
to make a track that
yeah, because I want to know that.
That depends. That can be like, and now this method rarely happens, but I can have a beat for like, I can have a beat and be like, you know what? I'm not ever gonna rap on this beat actually, because the beat's that damn good, and I can just listen to that beat for like a month, and then something can happen, and then I got the song. Or I can be going over an old song before I go into my new song, and I'll put that beat on. I'll close my eyes, get into my zone. And it's done within 10 minutes where like the hook and the verse is done. Damn. And I'm just rehearsing it at that point. Like, it's saved, sent to my Gmail. It's done. You know what I'm saying? And I'm the type of artist where like I don't change. I don't go back and change. I feel like that's cheating. So like if I record a song and I don't like it, that's just what it is. Like, I don't feel right going back. So it could take me 2 weeks. It could take me 30 minutes to finish a song, to make a song. And yes, I do have a project coming out.
More
Than I Can Show. Yeah, More Than I Can Show will be coming out. It was supposed to drop October 12th, but United Masters, my distributor, their server's down. They've been down since October.
Damn.
So I haven't been able to upload, and I have this wicked, nasty beef with technology where I suck with technology. And so I'm trying to upload it to YouTube so I can at least just get it out. I'm not worried about streaming. I'm just worried about being heard.
No, but wait, but listen. I'm sure you do use Spotify, correct?
Yeah. I'm on Spotify. I'm on Apple. I'm on iTunes.
And iHeartRadio.
I'm not sure.
You need that too as well, and Amazon Music. So I'm my platform streams, of course, all social media platforms. You have to. It's also this interview is not just about artists, but it's also to educate local artists and how to distribute. I can't even say it
distribute.
Right. Distribute. Sorry. Their music.
Good.
You have iHeartRadio. You have Amazon Music. You have Apple Music. You have Spotify.
Yeah, I'm definitely on Apple.
You have many Facebook. You can go to Facebook Stories and search up the artists' names.
Oh yeah, Facebook Stories is fire.
Actual stories.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah,
that would also, FYI, that would actually also help out local artists. If you actually sit up over here and actually go to your stories and post a picture or a video with their actual music by searching it up in a search bar, it's very easy. Yeah. It helps them out.
It's like a canvas, right?
It helps you out. So if you have a song out and you actually do TikTok sounds to it, it can go viral. I've been viral like about 6 times.
The most I've gotten on TikTok is like 800 views.
Yeah, but you know
what? And that's the thing too. TikTok's so gangster. TikTok tell you how many people viewing it, and then you like, damn, but I only got 2 likes. And that what TikTok showed me is that people don't like everything they see. And you got to respect that.
It's so hard.
You got to respect
But I can tell you right now, if you post a video where so TikTok and Instagram they're two different lanes. So, with TikTok and Instagram, you want to make sure that your lyrics are going across the board whenever you're doing a video. I highly suggest that a lot of local artists, when you're actually in the booth and you have a tripod and you have the tripod centered in stage and you start rapping, give it like about 10 to 15 seconds of your time in your lyrics to actually catch on to it, and then you can start editing the lyrics and make sure this actually matches up with whatever you're saying. And that's how you go viral. All it takes is a 10-second video to go viral. You hashtag at least between 4 to 5 maximum on Instagram. You don't want to do 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hashtags on Instagram, which is too much for the reals. You won't get noticed that way.
So
but
I have like specific hashtags. That's why
you got to use FYP, explore page.
I usually explore the viral
for you, viral video, things like that. If you use those hashtags at least maybe once a day, don't do it the same day because it's gonna block you up. So I suggest that you actually posting your content between the hours of 8 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and 7 p.m. Eastern time. To actually get more views and more followers out there, because when you actually post around those times, you actually get more reaches. And I'm almost at 100K reaches on Facebook, and you can also start making money off of that.
We're gonna get there one day.
You will get not one day, but you will get there. You're gonna get there.
You're gonna get there.
But it takes time.
Yeah, dude, I'm patient.
It takes dedication.
I'm patient.
And you can take that same video that you made for 3 minutes. Let's say if you're in the studio for 3 minutes, you record 3 minutes of your fucking session, right? 3 minutes of your song. You can break that fucking video down, 10 seconds this part, 10 seconds this part, 10 seconds this part, or 10 seconds this part, even in 4 sections. You can actually take 10 seconds of that clip within the 3 seconds of that video and actually post, Malieke 401, Malieke Young 401, etc. You gotta not just use other hashtags, but you have to use your own hashtags. That way folks
I hashtag Malieke Young, I hashtag King Galley.
Yes.
And then I hashtag whatever song and then whatever project that song's on, I hashtag it. So those are 4 and then I hashtag love. Those are 5 automatic hashtags that I automatically do. And I'm actually seeing it at first it would be hashtag Malieke Young lower than 1,000. Now it says plus 1,000. So I've been fiending on.
So what's that? You gotta use explore, hashtag explore page. My suggestion is actually using your own name as your hashtags, because now you're your own person and
I'm my own brand.
Yeah, you're your own brand. So that's how I end up getting out there and things like that over the years, because I started when I was about 18. This wasn't hashtags wasn't around, but I just started when I was 17, 18 years old. I started getting out there traveling to state to state, and then once Instagram came along, I started using hashtags, and I'm almost at 12,000 followers. And Instagram is extremely hard to actually get your followers up, because some folks do buy their followers. I don't. It's all organic, and it's very. It's actually extremely hard to get the followers up.
Yeah, you get real engagement.
Yeah, I get real engagement, and it's very hard sometimes.
That's what I need.
My posts are hit and miss.
Keep going.
And if we do a Reels video, a video overall, I suggest that you use some kind of little creative filter, and also use captions for your videos. That way, your local fans that actually follow you can actually understand what you're saying and your lyrics and things like that. That way, they can know word for word. If you come out and perform, God forbid, come out from perform in California, you got booked in California for $100,000. They already know your lyrics. Because why? Because you actually sat up over here and insert your captions into your music videos. The more you insert your captions into your music videos, the more your friends are going to understand you as an artist.
You know how big I want to be? I want to be big I want to be in other countries. They don't speak English, but they know Malieke Young music.
That's Cardi B.
But they know Malieke Young music. They don't give a damn about the English language, but they know that Malieke Young music, goddamn it, and we can rock out.
That's how you do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm aiming for.
But you will, and you are.
Yes, I am.
You just gotta keep. And I can tell you now, I am a content creator, not for OnlyFans, just so you know, but for Instagram and Facebook and TikTok. So But as a content creator, as an influencer, as myself, you know, it's always about staying. It's not just about entertainment, but it's always about staying consistent to whatever you're doing. If you post at least like maybe like 1 or 2 videos a day, at least 1 picture a day, and I post like about 3 stories in your Instagram, you're gonna get you're gonna hit those numbers like, oh shit, I got 450 views. I get that all the time whenever I stay consistent. But I just slacked off a little bit. Now I'm coming back. So I posted a picture and I posted a reels and I posted a story in my Instagrams. So that's how hard it is. People think that it's so easy to be an influencer on social media.
I don't want you to say what I want to say because we're in the realm. You open the door a little more. That word consistency.
Yes.
To me, that word consistency is a very tricky word. You know, there's an interview with Jim Jones going around, and he's talking about when you don't have motivation, you have to be consistent.
Right.
And I totally disagree. I don't think that makes any sense. Consistency is repetition. It's something that you've been doing. So, in my opinion, if you don't have motivation, you have to have discipline. Discipline is the foundation of consistency and things like that. Because it's the foundation of inspiration, motivation, and things like that. Like that nature is discipline. You have to have discipline. Say I'm lacking motivation, but I told myself Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'm doing 50 push-ups. I don't want to do it. I don't have motivation, but I'm going to be consistent. That doesn't make sense. I didn't do it yet. So you can't be consistent. You have to be disciplined to do that 50 push-ups. You do that 50 push-ups Monday, Wednesday, Friday, right? You do that for a month. That is consistency. That's repetition. You get consistency through discipline. And that's where you get self-motivation and inspiration from. You can't be consistent without discipline. It doesn't make sense because you didn't do it yet. So I have to clear that. Discipline is the foundation in that realm. And then in the other realm is love. Love has to be your foundation. And I figured that out because I went through something last year where I was homeless for a little bit. And I was doing things that I don't do. Right. And after I did them, I said that to myself. I'm like, yo, this ain't you, man. Like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm good at being aware of self. And I'm like, what's up with you? You know what I'm saying? Why are you feeling like that? And I was real angry.
Right.
So, and I had put anger as my foundation because what I was going through, I thought I had to be tough. So I put anger as my foundation. And then, so what happens is you put anger as your foundation, and then you put more anger, and then you put betrayal, and then you put dishonest, and then you put hurt, and then you put love. Right. And then you put love. But then is that really love? What is that? That's just something to get you by. So when you start breaking it down, you get down to the foundation, you're angry again, and you say, oh yeah, I got to be mad. And then you go right back into that tornado. So when you put your foundation as love, you can be love, angry, sad, disappointment, anger, sad. When you break it back down, your foundation is love. And you remember, oh yeah, I'm to love myself.
And you put it all in your music.
Yes. Put it in life. I put it in life. Right. I put it in life.
Now, when I speak now I like the way how you. First of all, I like the way how you delivered that. That was awesome.
Thank you.
But coming from I'm speaking for the social media aspect in life. The social media aspect in life, realistically, the social media side of things to get everything, your music and everything, your image pushed out there. That part of life, when it comes to posting content and staying consistent, that's the reality of social media these days. It's not the same how it was back in the day when we was growing up. Where Facebook, when it first started out, there was no TikTok, there was no Instagram, it was just Facebook.
You got to upload to every
now you have to like upload at least like 1 or 2 videos, 2 to 3 pictures, 2 to 3 stories a day to make sure that your account stays relevant.
And then that's
the tricky part about that. It's very hard.
People get discouraged because then people start deleting you.
Yeah.
But what I think is, it's like, okay, those people deleting you just aren't your fans then.
No, they're not.
Because they'll still be your best friend in real life. Like they'll still see you in person and be like, yo, how you doing? And it's like, yo, you deleted me. And it's like, yeah, but I'm just not rocking with that. So like some people, like it's really just they're like that disconnected. And like I get discouraged like that. But I started telling myself, like, you know what, like, yeah, make people delete you then.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Make people delete you. So it's like I get 100 views, right? And it's like, damn, I only got 100 views. I need more. Then it's like, be appreciative. You got 100 views. You know what I'm saying? Like I started telling myself, I feel bad for the 7 billion people that haven't heard me. I feel bad for the 8 billion people that haven't heard me. Them 1,000 people that heard me, or they're blessed. And I'm happy I can help you. Because that's my mission. My mission on earth is to help heal, change, and save the minds and hearts of the people through love.
And you know what, too, I was saying, I don't know if I heard me earlier, but I'm going to insert this again. But Miss Rhodey, who's also part of the WRU team, shout out to DJ Franchise as well. Shout out to Lady Rock. Shout out to DJ Ruckus. Shout out to Miss Rhodey. Shout out to Remy Jones, my mentor.
Shout out Remy the goddess.
To Shondell, who speaks very highly. You know, shout out to everybody. You know, when it comes to rapping in our state, I've been to other states. I've seen what happens behind cameras. I've seen how everything goes, especially in Atlanta.
That's a big community.
Atlanta's very different, where they actually, you know, I feel like in our state, a lot of artists don't work together because they're more so against each other. They're more so hating on the next person instead of uplifting the next person.
Do you know we are Atlanta?
And uplifting, hold on. And uplifting other artists still doing good. And that's the issue that I have seen and that I've been across. I've been around several artists where they talk about other artists who are actually good that they feel like they wasn't good because they feel threatened. So it's like, well, there's no point in feeling that kind of way against artists because they're actually working together. So I need you to take off that fucking cape and actually expand it and share it with everybody else because it's not always about you. It's about us as a community. And I've seen in New York, so it's bigger Brooklyn, than you. I've seen it in Elizabeth, New Jersey, and many other states that these artists, they actually work together. They actually collaborate more so. When I come back home, I don't see rooms full of people. I'll probably see about 10, 15 people in at an actual event versus where I actually went to Brooklyn and Elizabeth, New Jersey.
But like I said,
Malieke,
I'm part of it.
And it was actually a solo event versus where our own people do not come out and support local talent. And that's one of the biggest issues that's actually going on in our state where people are not supporting each other or they feel like they're actually better than people, but they're really not.
People are just afraid to be fans, man.
You
That's
know,
all.
and it's okay, but
they're just afraid to be a fan.
But you know what? I'm not better than anybody.
Be a fan. I'm a fan.
But Malieke, I don't think that I'm better than nobody. I'm good at what I do.
Exactly.
See the difference?
Exactly.
I'm not better than you or this person. No, nobody's not better than me. But I'm good at what I do. I am Michael Clark. I'm the only one who.
You know what it is?
People get caught up in type of source.
People get caught up in saying, "Oh, Steph's better than Kyrie, so Kyrie sucks." No, the hell he don't.
Exactly.
No, the hell he don't. Kyrie's a goddamn monster.
Right.
Steph can be better than him. It doesn't matter who's better. It's about the talent. Does he do that for you? He do that for you. You know what I'm saying? It's like it doesn't. It's not a.
It's about the talent.
It's about the talent, man. It's about just giving love.
Right. It's about giving love. I like your message because it really is about giving love and being respectful and also acknowledging others who are putting in work in our state because I feel like you as an artist, I've said this behind closed doors without you even being there. I feel like ultimately you should also be given that credit. I don't know why you haven't gotten that credit yet, but you definitely deserve. Listen, you put out good work, and I feel like you deserve. Not feel like, but I know that you deserve that credit because the type of the shit that you talk about is real shit.
I try.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's different. It's a different type of flow. It's a different way how you speak. And I get you. I get what you're saying. Whenever you posting videos on your page, I'm looking. You know, I'm sharing your content in my stories. I'm sharing your content in not just in a group, not in a group chat, but I'm actually sharing your content individually, and I'm telling them to like, yo, check this out. That's how I roll with the artist in my state. I'm not a selfish person. I already know where I stand at. But but also know that I'm also trying to bring people up with me because I'm not a selfish person. I'm not a gatekeeper person. I'm always about love. I'm always about, you know, people doing good because the good that you put out is the good that you're going to receive.
So with that being said, can I give a couple shout outs?
Oh, absolutely, right absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I got a couple engineers that I go to. You know, shout out Greg, Yada Yada Studios, my brother.
Shout out to Raul.
Shout out my boy E-Man at Oh Yeah Studios.
E-Man, shout out to E-Man too as well.
E-Man got a lot of projects.
E-Man's good.
We got like 5-6 projects out right now. Go check out E-Man.
E-Man's great.
Shout out Clockwork. I love Clock. I haven't worked with Clockwork in a while, but me and Clock, we did some real good music. He's a real good dude. Shout out to GOAT Merc at the Boiler Room Studios. You know, me and Merc got a lot of. That's the first engineer that was like. That's a professional that I went to. My first time going to his studio, my dad told me like, "Yo, man, you should bring more music." And I'm like, "Nah, I got a song." He's like, "I'm telling you, it's gonna be fast." And I'm like, "No, it's not." I went in there. The first song me and Merc ever did was Me Remedy, and I did that song in 10 minutes. And he's like, "All right, what's next?" And I'm like, "What do you mean, what's next?" He's like, "Yeah, no, I'm done." I'm like, "You're done?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm done." I'm like, so shout out Merc for being like that. Like me and Merc, we get it in. Like where a 6-hour session is recorded, mixed, mastered, the whole project done. We've done that the last 3 times I've been to him. Where I go there and when I leave, I got all my songs done and I can upload it to for everybody else to listen. Right. Like that's how Merc works. So shout out all my engineers. Shout out people like James London at the Time Machine. That was a place where I was performing like every Friday night, and like he would actually have it lit in there. Most nights he had it lit in there. Where I remember like he had Trav perform there one night. Where like when I walked in there, the place was already packed, and then when Trav came out, like he had it packed for like people like me, like the openers. When Trav came out, he had 20 other kids in another room waiting for Trav, so it could be more lit for him. I said, nah, that's fucking banging. Like that is what you need. Like that can make an artist giggle on stage. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit, that's what's up. You did that for me. Shout out James. He was opening the platform for people. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my pops, Forever Young Studios. He opened up a studio. You know what I'm saying? Shout out all the artists, man, that's doing their thing. There's a lot of artists, so I ain't gonna be naming artists. I ain't forgetting nobody. You know what I'm saying? But shout out Bars Over Bars too.
I seen
absolutely
one of my best friends, Caddy Smooth, one of my good friends, who I've helped out in many ways. Caddy Smooth, shout out to Caddy Smooth. I love you, brother. I know you're going through a hard time, but Caddy has come a long way, and I'm gonna speak on him a little bit too as well. And Gigi, I highly recommend that you actually collaborate with Caddy Smooth and Gigi. They're up and coming artists. They put the work in. They're both very consistent, and I'll give you their information and stuff like that for social media, and just tell them that Michael Clark sent you, and just take it from there because I highly recommend that. Even with Ty Cooper is another one. Ty Cooper is just.
Oh, Ty Cooper, yeah.
Ty Cooper is elite. So far out there.
He's elite.
And, like, he's elite. And
absolutely.
I love that for him.
I think he's the first person I gave that. No, I lied. Joe Bruce. Joe Bruce is the first person I gave that nickname to.
Yeah, it was Joe. Ty Cooper is definitely the shit.
As fuck.
He has come such a long way. And he definitely, he gives me respect. I always give him respect. And he's a great guy.
He's a great dude.
Great personality. Very cool. Very laid back. He's not problematic, and I actually love that man. He's a great guy.
Ty's ill. Ty's ill.
Try to hit him up for a collaboration. Things like that. It's always about trying to like collaborate with different artists and things like that. And also the second most important thing is actually getting out of Rhode Island. That's my thing. That's why when I get booked or when I get sent these little interviews and things, I try to bring other artists with me. Like I brought you to New Jersey and G Honey and Buddha.
I gotta pop out in Rhode Island first though. I don't like I said, I'm one of the people too that's not out there every show, you know what I'm saying? Like I should be. Like I want to be, you know what I mean? But it's just like I said, life happens. And, yes. I can't make every show, you know what I'm saying? But I do, the shows I can make, I do try to make them, you know what I'm saying? And give that support. And truthfully, when I go to shows, I'm studying.
Right.
For everything it's worth.
As you should.
I'm studying, you know what I'm saying?
You should.
When I go to a show, I'm like, okay, I see the fit. I see how he's dressing. Let's see how he moves in the fit. Okay, I see what songs he's doing. I see how he's talking to the crowd. Okay, I like that. Well, how can I use that? Yeah, I'm studying when I go to shows too, you know what I'm saying? So I'm there to be entertained, but I'm studying too. Respect to the artists.
No, you have to. You have to. That makes you more of a perfectionist.
Yeah.
That's a Virgo trait, y'all.
Like things my son gonna be like that. See, he keep talking this Virgo. We big Leo though.
Hold on.
Big Leo.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold up.
Yeah, Lion King, huh?
It's a Virgo trait.
Lion King, huh?
It's a Virgo trait.
Yeah.
Now see here, Leo. Now as the sun goes older, he'll see what I'm talking about because we are very perfectionist about everything. Our looks. Our videos, we are perfectionists down to the detail.
See, he keep talking about perfectionists.
But in reality,
I'm scared to be perfect because I think it's too much. I just settle at my 12 and I'm good. There's no need to be 100 all the time. You know what I'm saying?
When he sees his son grow, I'm telling you, listen. If y'all see Beyonce, if y'all see Michael Jackson and several other Virgos, listen. It's crazy.
See, that's the thing with Virgos. They got mic. Virgos got mic, so they can talk crazy like that. That ain't fair.
They talk our shit.
They can talk crazy like that. They can talk crazy.
We let talk our shit. But I'm not saying I am a perfectionist, but when it comes to my work, it has to be perfect. And nobody is perfect in this world. That's why I ain't perfect. But to me, whenever I do my videos, my content, things like that, you gotta love yourself. It has to be right because what you put out is what you receive. Amen. And that's how that goes. But do I have any more questions right now? I'm trying to think. I
wanted to tell my story about how I decided basketball or rapping.
Yes, let's talk about that real quick.
So in basketball, I've hit game winners. Like I was like that on that basketball court. So I said, all right, let's put myself at the highest levels. Game 7, NBA Finals, we're down 2. I'm hitting the 3-pointer. I'm not going overtime. Why would I do that? So, like I said, I literally hit game winner, so I literally know the feeling. So I was like, just heighten that times of infinity. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a banging feeling. And then I get goosebumps watching J. Cole go on stage and he don't have to sing a song because the crowd sings it. So I get goosebumps for J. Cole. Like, damn.
And that's why I said to post your caption, like your lyrics into your videos, because the more you do that, the Instagram actually has an option for you to actually post your lyrics in one of your songs, and that's how your followers get to know more what you're saying out of the United States. In other countries and continents, etc. That's how you build more of a following, because if you're posting them lyrics right there, they're going to get what the hell you're saying. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
So I put those feelings up. And I said, in basketball, I could be taller than the guy and I can make the shot. Or I can hit the backboard. They can say that I was lucky. Or they say there was a great pass on that stage. That's me.
Right.
Respect to the producers that made the beats, but they're singing my words. They're singing my experiences. They're singing my wants, my needs, my have-to-haves, my bettering of myself to help them better themselves. And I said, I think that feeling is better than hitting a game winner. And that's what made me decide rapping over basketball. It was, and when I did that, it was kind of easy because my body was hurting too. So I was like, we can definitely do this music. And I was told I was good. Like, you know what's a good feeling? When people that know me from basketball and they see me now and they say, yo, man, I didn't know you can make music like that. That's banging. And you know when it happens? It always happens when I'm being doubtful. Whenever I'm like, 3 likes again. Ain't no point of posting. Somebody randomly I swear to God, 2 days ago, Todd Hall drove by me and was like, yo, Leak, keep going. Your music's banging. And it was
I hate that. Love. And it really sucks because you know what? Like, I've been there when I got like 5 or 6 likes for my content. When if they say they never doubted themselves, they lied. But they lied. You know the way how the algorithm works, it's very tricky how the algorithm works. Mm-hmm. That's the most difficult part about social media is the algorithm. Fuck the algorithm. And that's what I'm saying. Like, what consistency comes. Prizes, like, you know, you'll be able to start getting paid at least $30,000 a month on Facebook. You know, do you get all those type of rewards? Because
if I can get that, that would be very nice.
Things like that, but you know, it gets very discouraging. It gets discouraging. I already know how it feels because I used to put up comedy. I put up the most raunchiest fucking content in Rhode Island.
Now your content be funny though. You be wildin'.
Yo, I had a fucking dildo. I had a dildo on the wall, fucking singing to it.
Nah, you be wildin'.
Okay? I had a fucking dildo singing to it, and that fucking video has gotten over 30,000 views. I fucking posted a video about bottoms and etc. We're almost at 1 million views.
The funniest shit you ever
said. Lake Lanier, we're almost at 1 million views.
The funniest shit you said is when you said, I can't stand. I forgot what sign you said. You said I can't stand these motherfuckers. He was like, it makes me want to heat up a honey bun and throw it on their back.
Oh shit!
Yo,
I don't know what it was.
When I see that shit, I said, what the fuck? That'll hurt. Like
listen. That would really talking so much shit, but that's how you.
That would fucking hurt.
Cause you know
honey bun.
I started off as
stick there
as a comedian. I started off as a comedian with Mr. Cousin. I'm a comedian in real life. I am a comedian. I did comedian shows at Skylines and in Pawtucket. So I kind of stepped away from the comedy aspect and started getting more so into the celebrity interviewing and things like that. So it's like I kind of like switched over, and that's how it is.
Would you say Remy is your mentor?
Remy Jones is my mentor. Yes. Mm-hmm. She's a wonderful person. I always tell artists
you sound like in the same.
Yeah, but like
you're doing the same thing as her, like
kind of do the same thing as her, but I'm a little bit more different in a way because she doesn't really she's not like a whatchamacallit. She's not like she doesn't do comedy. She doesn't do comedy stand up.
Yeah,
I can do comedy stand up. Yeah. She is funny, but I also do stand-up comedy. Mm-hmm. I do many other things, but right now she's focused on one goal. She's focused on that.
Yeah. And she going hard.
That's who I want to be more like. Because she's focused on one thing.
She looking good.
She is. She's focused. She's married. She has a wonderful husband. And she is doing her thing. But you know, I am just like, I'm a comedian. I'm a fashion wardrobe stylist. I am a content creator. I am a social media influencer. I do a blogger, you know, podcast. I also share, like, I'm like a resource center for like all artists, as you can see, because you're in that group chat. You know, I dropped several different I posted like several like a bunch of information. Sorry for saying it like that, but tongue tied. I posted so much information in that group chat from last month where folks can actually be on a reality TV show. But I'm not sure who followed through with that, but there was several opportunities for folks to be on reality TV. You know, I'm working on actually being on 90 Day Fiancé as a special guest by the end of next month. It was supposed to be last week or 2 weeks before this, but it didn't happen. But it's supposed to happen by the end of October. Who knows? I'm not too sure, but I'm not getting my hopes up high for that. So I was just moving on to the next project. I have several of offers, but especially where I have offers with Shein right now, where they want to make me an ambassador. I'm trying to see how much they're gonna pay me. Fashion
Need that
Nova.
chicken.
I already applied for them. You got to have 10,000 plus
Don't
followers
play.
to be an ambassador for them, and they start paying you for that. So there's different ways to make. There's different revenues. I'm sorry, to actually make money. You don't have to just be at a local job. You can actually make money on social media. But it's like I said, with that shit, with the social media aspect in life, it's always staying consistent. Because if you're not consistent, you're gonna go down, and you're not gonna hit as many reaches. When I say reaches, I mean like people that's actually like that's not your followers.
Yeah.
You're reaching people that's your followers and your followers. If you're not hitting that certain target, your content's not hitting.
Yeah, like for my I try to hashtag like a hashtag like a Providence. So like people that's looking for something in Providence or and something in Rhode Island, I'll pop up for something that's going on in Rhode Island.
And I highly which is the most important message on the show, because we're about to wrap up soon. The most important message for all artists, entrepreneurs, influencers such as myself. I highly suggest that you can go on Facebook and look up what events is going on locally in our state, and just pop up. Your presence is everything. When you show your presence, when you show your support, these people that you don't even know, they're complete strangers. And your boy Loco from Fall River, Massachusetts, can actually tell you, I popped up. He's a rapper. I popped up at one of his events a month or so ago, and he didn't even know me. I just knew him on social media. I just popped up, and he was shocked to see me, because he's like, "Oh shit!" Like, and that's how you do it. You gotta show up and pop up, because at the end of the day, the strangers, the people who you don't even know, are your biggest supporters.
Strangers make you famous. Strangers make you rich.
They're your biggest supporters. They're your biggest, and they're forever your biggest supporters.
They say, would you rather have $1 billion or 1 billion fans?
1 billion fans.
I'd rather have 1 billion fans.
I took 1 billion fans.
I'd have 1 billion.
Because that's going to bring in far more than the billion fans is going to bring in far more than $1 million. I can tell you that right now.
I think not even for that, but not even for
financial.
that. I think it was
Kanye. On the financial aspect,
he was telling a story, and he was like my wife, my mom, my wife can go to a restaurant across the country, another country, and when she goes to pay, it's no, you don't have
that's
to.
How it is. That's how it is.
That's what I want for my mom and my dad. They can go to Italy. I just can't pay for a goddamn meal, because
I just came from Hartford, Connecticut. From I can't say the club, but I just came from Hartford, Connecticut like a month or so ago, and when I popped up at one, I can't say the club's name, but when I popped up at one of those clubs, I was with one of my friends, one of my associates who I was his mentor, and I gave him I said, let me show you how things are actually run around here. Mm-hmm. And I walked into the club. I had my card, my debit, my patience card, because I'm patience. But I had my patience little debit Bank of America card out, and I was ready to swipe to pay for me and him, and it was you're all set. Mm-hmm. They I didn't have to pay no door fee. I went to the bar and they said, they're good.
It's love
for me and my friend, and they actually gave me the microphone. They gave me the microphone to bring up the next person that was supposed to perform.
Look at that!
And
now you get rewarded.
For that, it was
you get rewarded for your love.
Yeah, it was like, oh shit! Like, I'm in the Hartford, Connecticut. They gave me the fucking microphone. Like, that made me feel good. That means that my work is really getting noticed. Mm-hmm. And I don't just make my work about me. Yeah. I make my work about the state. And that's a lot of people get around, because you wrote with me for about 3 hours. I have a good personality.
Very.
And my reactions, when I react my reactions towards things are always valid. It's not like, oh my God, what the fuck? No, my reactions are always valid, because people do things to me, and people that I actually love around me, and that causes me to react, but I had to settle down a little bit. I was a little hothead for a while, but sometimes not. But I'm learning that every reaction doesn't deserve a reaction. So that's the hardest thing for me right now.
You know what I learned? It's not even like I would say that, but then I would say, just so I can be right in my wrong, I would say, oh, but why ain't nobody correcting the action that's making me react?
Right.
Like, I can react because of the action.
Right.
And then it's like, yeah, but regardless, your reaction's still
Amen.
bad. So I started learning where it's like, I don't react no more. I respond.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The response is
Because
much
folks-
calmer. You know what I'm saying? You think more, you reply. You know what I'm saying? You don't react, you respond. You know what I'm saying?
Because folks will really bring you out of character,
Yeah.
and they don't understand what you have gone through
Yeah.
and where you're at right now. Like it's, like to me, like for me today, like it, you know, I had a situation yesterday. I don't want to get too far deep into it, but you know, one of my people was hung up on me when I was in mid conversation. That's
I seen that status. I seen
that
that
triggers
status. I
me.
seen that.
When you hang
I
up
seen
on
that.
me and I'm talking like an adult, and you hang up on me,
Yeah.
that means you don't give a fuck about what I'm
Nah,
saying.
yeah, that's
so
very
now
good.
I'm
That's
gonna
very
block you.
disrespectful.
I'm good. That had pissed me off because like, I wasn't being disrespectful, but that's
That's
prime,
abuse.
That's a prime example of like
abuse.
what people go through on a day-to-day basis. Like, don't do that. If you can't talk to me, don't talk to me at all. I'd rather just move away from that. Just talk like adults, fix the situation because life is too short, and get past it. You know,
Like that. Like speaking of life being too short, like I was a whole cornball for over a year. My father didn't see his grandson for over a year because I was feeling some type of way about it. And you know how happy I am that he met his grandson, that he met his grandfather. Like that makes me so happy that he got to hold him. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he's a great. First of all, he's a great dad. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a great dad. He always was a great dad. And you know, we just went through something. We just had a disagreement, and I was just being sensitive. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. You know what I mean? We spoke on it, and we spoke on it as men. Very few words. Understood the point. Understood it. And it was like, it's behind us now. You know, he said to me, he said, "Well, all we got," and I said, "You're damn right."
And you know what? Sensitive
All
is
we got.
the way how I want to say in this on this podcast today before we wrap it up.
Guys.
Sensitive is love, and love is sensitive because you love. So, you know, that's how it works for me. Because
Oh, that's a nice way to say that.
As a sensitive person,
That's a nice way to say that.
I love people. I don't even give a fuck who you are, but I'm very sensitive. So it's like because I'm a loving person, I'm sensitive. Every person in this world that has a good heart, that has a very good heart, who cares about people that don't even care about themselves, that love people, that are a people person that care, who have a huge heart, and you know we're sensitive because we care. Now, it's a different story where you don't give a fuck and you don't care. But for people that are sensitive, that's because we actually care. We care for people. You know, I care for people, and I care for people all around me. You know, that's how I operate.
You operate off the frequency of love, as we all should.
And that's it.
As we all
So we're gonna
should.
wrap this up. I can't wait. Hold on. When's your are you having an album coming up soon, real quick?
There's no specific date, but I do have a project coming out, More Than I Can Show. It will be out the latest November 1st.
Ooh.
And then I do still have about 3 more projects that I want to put out. So if I can get it up by the end of this year, I will. But by January, the latest, the 12 will be out.
I'm excited because you know what? I'm actually moving to California by the end of April 30th. I'll be out maybe April 30th, but May 19th or 20th because I have some stuff going on with the Remy TV show. She's gonna actually have an awards show in the state of Rhode Island, so at PPAC. So I think I might just wait and hold off to like May 20th, possibly, maybe May 20th. But you know, I definitely am moving next year. It's definitely time to level up and get things together, and you know, get our state more known out there.
Yes.
Because I realized that it's no shade, but some celebrities haven't done what needs to be done in our state, and you know, also represent our state in the proper way. And that may sound shady, but it's the truth because I don't see nobody out here that celebrity wise that's actually doing that, and also helping other artists, like uplifting artists and like push them and like encouraging them and like, you know, sending them information that needs to be sent. And you know, I don't gatekeep. I have connections.
Yeah.
But you know, most importantly, it's
Opening
also
doors.
What's more importantly is what's at home. and this is home. I don't give a fuck how famous I get. Y'all can cuss up in this goddamn podcast. I don't give a shit. But what's more important?
I don't swear in my music, so I try not to swear.
I'll be cussing like a storm. Yeah. But what's more important is what's at home. People tend to forget where the fuck they come from. I'm Southside born. You know, my family come from Chad. You know, they come from Georgia. You know, my family come from Lockwood, etc. Hartford Project. So, you know, my family comes from all sides of towns. But at the end of the day, I represent us as one, as our state as one. I'm not a selfish person.
The 401.
I don't degrade nobody. If I see that you got talent, I'm gonna make sure that you get that exposure that you need because I work with so many people, and not many people are like that in our state. No, not many people are like that in the nation. The people are just so selfish minded.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they feel threatened by the next person and their talent that they don't want to put the next person on. Versus where I don't fucking rap, I don't do this and that and the third. I'm gonna help everybody.
Me personally, I just love greatness.
That's it.
So if you're great, I want to see how great you can be.
That's it.
I love greatness.
That's it.
Let's see how great we can be.
And that's how it goes.
I love
That's
greatness.
how it goes. It's all about love. That's what I'm saying. Our state, we sorry, I'm almost done rapping. I'm talking too much. But we need more of that. We really need more of our own people in our state to to do this, to uplift me. Okay, Malieke, well listen, I'm gonna pick you up, bro, around 7:30, have a babysitter, I'm gonna take you up to this show.
You know what?
I can't do that because I work like 80 hours a week, and then once in a while I'll pop out, you know, because I have a whole double life.
I mean, you know what's a suggestion? If you know, if you're still here and you're one of these elites, you know, like throw events. Elites should start throwing. Oh, shout out Slitty. Slitty does a lot of events too.
Yes, Slitty. Shout out Slitty. Actually, he's having a baby.
We need to have the elites. We need to have the elites.
The baby that's coming out soon. Shout out to Slitty for he's having a baby.
We need to have the elites give up their slots for people that's coming up to be an elite. You dig what I'm saying?
But do you think that these elites are going to do something like that?
I don't see why Trav wouldn't have a. I don't see why Trav would have a problem with it. I don't see why Joe, Ty, why any of these people would have a
problem. I'm asking one more tough question. Have you seen anybody that's elite and in our community give up, not give up, but put other artists on? Have you seen any elites in our community give other up-and-coming rappers slots, things like that to uplift other artists? Have you ever seen anything like that in our community?
Not, shout out Muka. Not really, but shout out Trav. Trav will shout you out though. Trav will talk about you in the interview, wherever. Trav will do that. I think they're all like that. They all give it, but it's just and it also comes to a point. Shout out Damon. Don't play. It also comes to a point too where it's they're just friends anyway.
Right.
Like Noop and Ty, they're just friends. So it's gonna make sense for them to make music. In my opinion, Trav and Joe should have been making a lot of more music together. Right. But they have their own lanes, they have their own highways, and they're constructing it however way they construct it. You know what I'm saying? So it's for them, I get it, but it's like when I throw shows, if I have opportunity to throw shows, with all due respect, I'm not hitting Trav up, I'm not hitting Joe up, because there's people like Wook, there's people like Gray that need to be on the stage, there's people like Code Kev, there's people like J Rem that need to be on the stage. That's really trying. That's been going hard for years. That can't get on the stage. You know what I'm saying? That's on the stage for they're on 2 stages in a year. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because then they're getting judged. Like, oh, he's a bad performer. He's a bad performer because he's only on stage twice a year. Wow. There's a big difference from practicing in your mirror and then practicing and then actually performing. There's a major difference.
Now, my next question is, before we wrap this up, I'm sorry, I know it's taking so long, but listen, this is the most important question to us. Well, not the most important question, but it is an important question. How do you feel about the female rappers over here? Do you know any popular female rappers? Because I can name one.
I know.
I can name 2 maybe.
Maybe a singer.
All right, so I know Erica Kane is definitely one. She's been in the games for forever.
I can't pronounce her name correctly.
And Renee has been in it. I believe Gigi's from Massachusetts. That's 3.
What is her name?
Lay, Ley, Lay. She's an R&B singer, I believe.
No, you know who Rain Clearly. What is her name? The one that did Shining with Joe Bruce. Mars. Damn, I know her name. It's MM. It's right here. I'm saying it in my head, but I can't pronounce it. But there's another artist too where she could sing, and her name starts with an M too. I'm so mad. I am so sorry. I know who you are. I just can't pronounce it.
Right.
I just can't pronounce it.
But you know what? That's one of our biggest issues in our state. Is that it was a test question because that's also our biggest issue. I don't know many female rap artists, but I know a little bit, just like 3 or 4. But there's several other rap artists
Shout out Yari Sweets
who do rap and sing R&B. Ley.
I'm sorry. No, I gotta
she
find
does a lot of stuff too as well. Gigi is a rapper. She has a lot of from Nigeria. I think she's in Boston. Massachusetts, correctly. Massachusetts, she said she's also a rapper. She actually collaborated with Caddy Smooth. So Gigi's also a very good rapper. I do like Gigi's music. Gigi actually has an album coming out. G-I-G-I. She has an album coming out, I believe, either this year or next year. But I've been paying attention to a lot of people's Facebooks. But there's several rap artists. What's her name? Corteza.
I hope you say her name.
I'm not too sure, but there's a few of them. I know Erica King is number 1 in my book because Erica King been around for like a decade. So
that's a long time.
Yeah, she's been around for a long time, a very long time. So Erica King. Definitely
and that's who it is too. People like Chip Doug needs to put more new people on his cards. People like that and Sparker. Mm-hmm. That's who it is. People like that. They need to give people chances. They're not giving nobody chances. They keep on getting the same people.
I feel like it's always. I can't say with him, but per se with a lot of people in our state, it's all about favoritism. So
yeah, and it's like they're scared to take a chance on somebody. It's like, bro, we're kind of still all in the same place,
right?
You know what I mean? Like they just have a better buzz than us. It's like, yo, man, give somebody else a shot.
That's why it's like me. I mean, I've done what needs to be done since I was like 17.
Oh, she's right there.
But
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna make sure
Manami.
Manami. I already shout out to Namani.
Yeah. Damn. Sorry. You was right
it's
here.
It's okay though.
You was right here.
It's okay. Hey, you should put up in this interview. But you know,
she can sing.
I want to. You know, that's why I have a platform where I can actually give all artists the opportunity to talk about what needs to be talked about in our state, and also for me to share my opinion about what goes on in our state, because I feel like if we all work together, we eat together. At the end of the day, like I said in the last interview, it doesn't take one person to become successful. It takes a whole army. It takes a team of people to become successful, not just one. It doesn't take one. It takes a team.
Listen, that's the first thing
to become successful.
That's the first thing I understood.
If you think that it's just one person, you're selfish-minded and you're not really in tune.
That's why I made King Gala, because I knew I can't do it by myself.
It takes a team, exactly.
You're damn right.
But we're gonna wrap up the Voice of RI podcast tonight.
Can I finish with something?
Oh, absolutely.
Remember, whenever you tell yourself you don't care, that's when you care the most. Pay attention. Love yourself. 1 through 10.
Absolutely. See, that's why I like him. But I love this man. He's always about love, good, positive energy. That's why I took him with me down into New Jersey. We got another show coming up in November, which will be going on soon too. So I can't. Once that gets done, I'll let him know. But you'll see me with him with like 3 other artists from Rhode Island down in Elizabeth, New Jersey in November. So I always handpick artists from our state who have good potential, great talent, things like that. But shout out to all you guys. I love you all. Jesus loves you. I do too. And thank you guys for tuning into the Voice of RI podcast show. To that interview, Malieke Young. Be sure to follow him. What's your Instagram?
My Instagram is Malieke Young _ YOUNG _ Facebook Malieke Young, TikTok Malieke Young, the number 4 at the end.
And that's how you find him. So if y'all want to hear more of his content, you can always find him there.
Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, Malieke Young.
Just make sure you guys follow through with that. And also share. I think the most important thing is to also share the content that these artists is actually.
Because it's bigger than you. You cannot like it, but your mom could love it. Your cousin could love it. It's always bigger than you.
And we're going to wrap it up. Thank you for watching the Voice of RI Podcast. Your host, Michael Clark. Thank you.